Damn, not as good as
not
a
nearly as cool.
can snap,
A
but
little twisty.
whatever. It's a twisty top. Man,
I'm also twisting a 40.
Twisted of 40. Welcome back to Around with the Boys podcast. Episode 21 is here. Today is Friday, April 16th. As always, be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast on all major platforms. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. It's at Around W the Boys. You can like us on Facebook now and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I mean, we're out there.
Good God, that's a lot, dude.
Grab that net and catch that beautiful butterfly. Son.
Yeah, wow.
Wow is right. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. A special shout out this week, our listener shout out to Mary Pat in Charlotte. Mary Pat, the messages you sent us this week were awesome. I got a good kick out of them.
Yeah, it's just cool, like somebody we've known for a long time, but I hadn't seen in a long time either. It's just rocking with it.
It's rocking with it.
And
man.
Mary Pat, so we're gonna talk about some aliens tonight at some point, Mary Pat.
Don't
you fret, you know?
No, it was funny. She's like, I love it. I skipped through the sports stuff because I don't really know sports, but I love it. And I was like, that's great. You know, because I mean, it's around with the boys, but it's for the girls too.
That's what I'm saying. As long as something's in there that you enjoy, I'm happy. I'm trying to hit the mark for everybody.
Mission accomplished.
You know?
Mission accomplished. Today's featured small business is English Enterprises. Luckily, we have the CEO, founder, boss, secretary, you name it.
Yeah.
Here with us today. Taylor is back again. It's his third time returning, right?
Yes, sir. Third time. Glad to be here.
With the mullet is just spectacular.
It's taking some time, but
there's no other way.
Listen, we're gonna put a legit photo for the post on Instagram, or we should.
Oh yeah.
To really show this.
You'll see it. But back to English Enterprises. If you need a new fence, you need any jack of all trades work done, reach out to Taylor. He's got you. And his info will be posted up on the video and also in the description. So you guys can reach out to him. He's here to help. Taylor, any fast food fiascos lately?
Funny you ask. Had two today. I was at Lowe's getting material for James's dad's fence, and I was like, man, I'm going to call in Beach Bagel to go. You know, thought it'd be a real nice treat. So I order a sausage, bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. Paid for bacon. Didn't get any bacon.
Oh, no.
I get like halfway down Carolina Beach Road and open this thing up. I'm looking forward to the double whammy of sausage and bacon. And I was like, these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I look on the receipt. I'm like, maybe they didn't hear me. No, they heard me because I paid for it.
Because it's on there.
And there's no bacon to be seen.
So you wanted double meat, and they just gave
me sausage. It was bullshit. And then on the way here, wanted Sonic. Hadn't had it in forever. I wanted one of those tall ass orange, like.
You went to Sonic?
I tried.
Did they rollerblade out to you?
No, I rollerbladed my ass on out of there because these they've got like 24 drive up things.
Yeah.
They had all but like 6 of them flagged off. Like you couldn't pull up to them.
What?
I have no idea. There was like me and another guy trying to find somewhere to park, and we both just like kind of tag teamed on out of there. I feel like
that would be the most like COVID free environment.
Oh no, I don't think it was. I don't think it was because of that. It was just like all of them on one side, and then they just had like 4 on one side and 4 on the other, like bunched together. I guess they just don't have enough people working. But
you didn't see any bladers?
No bladers. It upset me because I really wanted that orange. Like how they're known for all their slushy drinks.
Yeah,
really wanted that orange one.
It's really unfortunate because their commercials are like some of them really good. Some of them are not.
No, those 2 guys.
Oh, the 2 guys.
I haven't seen them in a long time.
They're classic,
but they were great.
Yeah, they were great. But I haven't been to Sonic in like the last time I went to a Sonic, I was in Greenville, and it was the day after a football game. Which anything, you just want to eat something. To be honest,
you have to.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't care about the food. I just solely wanted that orange slushy.
What is it? It's just a slushy.
Yeah, but it's like really good. I don't know how to explain it. They're on point.
Is it better than that citrus Powerade that you had me?
Oh yeah,
taste
a lot better than that.
Yeah, because that
just like working in the sun all day. A nice.
No, I heard
nice
that.
Slushy to treat yourself.
That'd be great. Let me ask you something about the Beach Bagel though. Is that your favorite bagel spot in town?
Nah, Round is.
Where?
Round.
It's
on Kerr in Wilshire.
Is that the old bagel basket?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's the same dude that started Beach Bagel, like started that one up and then sold it.
Paul, I think.
Yeah, sold it to whoever owns it now, but they're on point. I used to, because I lived right there. I'd go there all the time.
The problem I have with Beach Bagel is that they microwave their eggs.
You sure?
I don't ever see them cooking on a flat top.
Mine was a cooked egg though. Like,
was it?
Yeah, this morning. I mean, the sandwich was good. I just wanted bacon.
What kind of bagel do you get?
Either multigrain or honey wheat.
Okay. I'm an everything guy.
I don't
like the onion on the everything.
I do hear you though on like, man, if it's on the receipt, like Well, you can't read. Kid can't even read.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, it's like
can't even read.
it's like $1 upcharge, you know?
Yeah, that's some bullshit. And I'm a big fan of checking like while I'm there because nothing is worse in the world than going sitting in that Chick-fil-A line forever, pulling off with your big sweet tea that you're hoping to enjoy, getting home, breaking it all out, putting the sauce everywhere, and then unsweet.
Yeah,
dude.
that sucks.
That's only happened to me one time because, dude, I have checked it from now on.
Yesterday I asked for a pack of mayo and they gave me a pack of mustards. That was a little disappointing, but
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But all right, so that's not too bad today.
no.
Well, he's about any fast food fiascos lately. He had 2 today.
Well,
That's not so
but I'm
bad.
saying they weren't like over the top, like
Well,
things didn't go like haywire. I mean, I feel like it was.
Was the food? Well, you didn't even get to try the Sonic.
No,
was,
I didn't.
Was the beach bagel at least decent?
Oh, it was delicious.
Ah,
yeah,
so
see,
it
it wasn't
could be
a
worse.
real like.
It wasn't a real loss. It was just a loss of
Yeah.
$1 and some bacon.
That is some bullshit.
And he couldn't enjoy your slushy after a hot day. And
I really wanted that slushy.
I think that's more unfortunate than
That's-
not getting the bacon.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I'd
sure.
take the slushy over the bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. Anyways, on the docket today, we are going to touch on cryptocurrency, specifically Dogecoin. I know if you have it, you don't have it. I'm sure you've seen it. We'll get into that. We're going to touch on aliens again. We had some new stuff come out yesterday.
Look, they're just being a lot more open about it, and
I'm here for it.
I'm just saying, I've been telling y'all for years.
Oh,
I know.
I know.
I know.
I've always thought. I mean,
We'll get to it. We'll get to
Yeah.
it. We'll get to it.
I've always thought it.
Yeah, and then we're gonna finish it up with baseball. It's baseball season. We're gonna do a little bit of history on
A
baseball.
little brief history. I feel like history is important, to anything. And if we're gonna talk about sports and really get into it, let's figure it out.
Yep, and that's specifically what Taylor is here for. He has a laundry list of things.
Dude, Taylor has like a love relationship with numbers. He's one of those guys. He really appreciates a
Exactly,
number.
and he's gonna hit you with it, and you're gonna go, "Wow, that makes total sense."
Yeah.
So we'll get to that.
Let's see what he's got.
First on the list, cryptocurrency. Now look, Bitcoin's been around for a minute, right? We all remember the craze.
Yeah.
2017, we all got in it. I was in it. The crypto craze, all that stuff. I still don't really understand like blockchain and all that. I know it's just a crazy quick way to move information and all that, and I get it. But this Doge thing is hilarious.
Yeah. It's crazy because literally last night at dinner, my brother was telling me, like, you got any crypto stuff? And I was like, man, I mean, I do. Or, I mean, I have the Coinbase platform.
Right.
But, like, Robinhood was, like, making me, because, my dad works at Merrill. So it was, like, giving me the runaround, have to do all this other stuff to get it done. Whatever. But he was like, here's why I'm doing it. Because he was like, I don't want to be the guy that goes, damn, I should have.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he's like, if I'm not going to put that much into it and just let it sit there.
Right.
Because he was telling me about, first off, have you seen the guy who created Ethereum or whatever? Was it
Ethereum.
Ethereum? Have you seen that
I
guy?
have not.
Okay. This is going to be one of those, you're going to post his picture right here.
Okay.
Dude, and speaking of aliens, like, no offense, like, the dude looks like an alien. He's a rich alien, but he looks like a fucking
Smart
alien.
one too.
Yeah, dog. Like, they say Zuckerberg looks like a thumb. This
God,
dude-
that shit is the
Yeah.
funniest. Every time, ever since he said that,
Yeah.
every time I see him, I'm just like, I picture. You guys ever seen the movie Spy Kids back in the day?
Yes.
The big thumbs chasing.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's Zuckerberg.
dude.
They could just replace him with a bunch of Zuckerbergs.
What's
Yeah,
the Ethereum guy's name? I got to see him.
I don't know.
Just type it, creator of
creator of
Ethereum.
Ethereum.
This dude was a college dropout and then just said, yeah, I'm going to drop billions on you fools.
Yeah, it's
But, like,
insane.
well,
and like,
okay, so my brother's point was, like, he's heard a lot of stories of guys, like, people were calling him crazy because he had all the, not this guy specifically, but other people that invested and made money.
yeah.
They crushed it, and then it, like, the bottom fell out of it, and then
Right.
they lost it. But the whole time, everybody was going, you're an idiot. You're
Oh,
crazy.
He's an alien.
Yeah, you got him?
Oh, he's
Hit him with John real quick.
Let me see him.
that dude is an alien. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He's got like a
Oh,
unicorn.
that's a good picture.
That's what
bro.
I'm
He's
saying.
got like a unicorn horn protruding from.
Oh,
Oh,
there,
they
there
did
you
it.
go.
I mean, yeah, and that's not a decent. I mean, the ones my brother was dropping on me was hilarious. But anyway, what he was saying was like, dude, this guy was like, yeah, man, this dude put a lot of money on the line. I don't remember this guy's name, but he was like, yeah, everybody was calling me a crazy, an idiot. Then it went up. Everybody was like, dude, you're a genius. And then it went down. And he was like, dude, you're an idiot, like all over again. And now they're like, you're a fucking genius, bro. Like,
Yeah.
And so if you got some extra cash, I don't see the harm in putting it in there.
And listen, like the fact that the amount of companies that are now taking crypto as payment
Yeah.
should just tell you. Like, it should just tell you. And, like, all these billionaires, right? Elon Musk, Cuban, all these guys are behind it. If those guys are behind it, pay attention. You know, and, like, for me, little side story here. I opened a Coinbase account in February 2013. Bitcoin was like, I don't even know. I think less than 200, maybe just over 200 a coin. And I bought $50 worth of it. And I sold it when it was worth like 72. How fucking stupid.
No, you're not stupid.
Because I didn't know any better, right?
Yeah.
So now you fast forward to 2017. The craze is on.
Yeah.
Okay? Bitcoin is $8,000. It was like 65, right? And it shot all the way up in that from like beginning of December to end of January 2018.
Yeah.
It shot all the way up to 16K, I believe it was. Or 19K or 20K. I think it hit 20.
Yeah.
And then came back down and settled at like 12. And I was like, oh shit. You know, I wonder if that's it, right? And like now look at it. 60 grand. I mean, and everyone, I mean, even 2 years ago, like Bitcoin's gonna be $100,000 in the next couple of years. I'm like, oh, out of your fucking minds. And now I'm out of my fucking mind for selling it 3 years ago.
Yeah, but
That's the name of the game, though,
it's
man.
one of those things.
Right.
So,
And like, you can't kick yourself. Now, mind you, when I opened my Robinhood account last year in March, if you know, let's say you deposit $500 into Robinhood, right? You want to buy $500 worth of stock. You can't spend all $500 on that because of commissions and fees. So let's say you get $493 of that stock. That spare change is what I called it. I was like, man, I want to put this in something like cheap as hell just to work for me. And Dogecoin at the time was way less than a cent. And I was like, screw it. And so I'd put $2.20, $1.80, $3, $4, just over and over and over. And then it started to gain a little traction. I was like, well, this is cool, right? And then about a month and a half ago, that shit hits like 11 cents. Mind you, my entry point's less than a cent. I'm like, okay, I'm going to sell half this. And I did. Now, today, it hit 47 cents, I think, at one point. And it's like down, and it's just wild because it's a fucking meme.
And that's see,
Yeah.
Now this is what I was gonna get to.
Do I believe in it?
Do you like it, or not? Okay, not like it. I don't know. I'm trying to get the right word for it. Like, do you think it's good?
I just don't know because it's like how do you like Bitcoin, right? Like transactions on Bitcoin, you can make so many transactions via Bitcoin on a lot of major things now. Like this Dogecoin, dude, it started as a meme, dude. It's a meme of a dog, you know, and like it's you can even read it's not like a real thing. It's just what I guess the bottom.
Well, okay, none of it's fucking real. Like, what makes Bitcoin? Like, only thing that makes it real is that people are putting current U.S. dollar into it.
So, which brings me to my next point. I think the most fascinating thing to me that I can't come to grips with is the fact that the internet has figured out that they can pump something via social media and literally print money for themselves by sitting in a room. It's not like, oh, I'm going to invest in the stock because they're doing this over the next 5 years. It's like, well, I'm going to buy this shit because it's all over Twitter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The internet, man.
I just got lucky with the Doge shit.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
I mean, well, yeah, but I mean, if you play the game long enough, you're gonna get lucky, no matter what it is.
Right.
So, but my thing with the internet, dude, the internet and the media and all that influence the shit out of everything all the time. And so, if you realize, like,
and people figured that out 10 years ago.
They've been figured out like forever.
Yeah.
It's just in terms of this game currently, they had to market it. And so, okay, you got billionaires that went ahead and bought like your shit, whatever Dogecoin was 4 cents or like, regardless, they could buy a crap ton of it, right? And they're just going to sit back and just telling the guppies to buy in. And everybody does, and it rides.
Exactly.
But
like
my
Elon
thing is
Musk
like what?
tweeting about it. And
But my
shit.
thing is like you got Dogecoin, you got Bitcoin. Like what coin? Like what one?
Now, listen, there
which
are
one
legit
matters,
things that
right?
do
It's
other ones.
the
Yeah.
Bitcoin matters, right?
I would say the Bitcoin's, yes, the most popular.
Yeah. So like you can't go somewhere, walk in the store, and be like, "Hey, man, I got a lot of Dogecoin."
The only place you can
Give
do
me
that.
a
The only
case of
place you can
beer.
do that right now is the Dallas Mavericks team store.
Okay. And then okay, but here's my thing: that price, that value of Dogecoin is going all over the place all the time, 24/7.
Right. So you lock it
It
in.
is not a steady ass thing. So it's like, okay, that T-shirt at this point is that amount, and now
yeah,
it's
and like
not.
honestly,
Like, what?
to spend,
in a matter of seconds.
right, and the whole internet campaign thing is to the moon, right? $1 or bust, get it to
Yeah.
$1.
Mm.
So like, if you were to use your Dogecoin right now to buy something like that, it's just foolish. Like just use money right now because you never know, man. Like listen, I made initial investment, right? I put more into it last week. Made initial investment, pulled it out yesterday. Now it's just house money.
Okay.
If I'd never looked at that for 5 years, I'm fine. I don't care.
You're right, but answer my question. Do you think it's good?
Do I think it's good? No.
For society and all that.
Do I think it's good for society? I don't know because I feel like it's really going to disrupt the bank system, which could lead to really making our dollar invaluable.
Because in a nutshell, like what you just said in terms of like, oh, let's pump this thing, da 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 da. So we could literally be sitting, us three guys, right here, and okay, we're smart enough. We developed this little coin, and we just pump the shit out of it, and now we're like, our coin's the best. It's like every little group of people could be their own little
coin.
Coin in like almost country,
the amount
really,
of different
like,
cryptocurrencies
I just don't,
is insane.
It's like a lot of city states with currency, and it's like
no, you're 100% right.
And I don't think that's gonna fucking work.
Well, and not to mention these dudes are fucking smart, man.
Yeah.
As it is, and they're sitting there writing code to just create Twitter accounts that are just tweeting it.
All right, let me like correct the word work. I mean, it is working, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's. I don't know if it's tangible for the masses in terms of running like.
I think you're speaking of like, is it viable or not?
Yeah,
I think a couple.
I'm
like
really digging at this word. I'm trying
like
to
Bitcoin, Ethereum, like these big ones. Yes, like they're already being accepted and used, and you can buy shit with it. You know, like you can do things with it already. Hell, you can go into gas stations around here, and they have fucking Bitcoin ATMs.
Yeah,
you know, it's wild. So like that shit's legit. This Dogecoin is just like. And I've been telling people, like, I'm like, it's a fake coin. It's just crazy to me. And they're like, oh, I'm making all this money. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I am too. I'm not saying I'm not. But to me, as like an actual thing, it just doesn't.
But so Taylor, like, you get what I'm saying, though, about like how you have to put U.S. currency or like your currency to put it into it.
That's
so it's
what
like,
scares me is like you dump all your real money that you can really go buy something with into it. What happens if like
the bottom falls out?
The bottom falls out. Or pull the plug or if like 6 months from now, like, okay, crypto, like it's.
What if it goes the other way?
I mean, it could.
What if crypto goes like, oh, this is the shit now, and you bought your house with $300,000 worth of cash, and that's not worth a fuck?
I mean, it could go both ways,
right? I mean, or how does that work?
How about the guy on the Panthers, right? That negotiated 50% of his salary in Bitcoin 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. He's the highest paid athlete in the league.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild, dude.
I'm just curious to see how long it can last.
Yeah,
Bitcoin will last. Bitcoin's not going anywhere
because Bitcoin's like it's
established.
Yeah, it's the one.
It's the one. Yeah, and Ethereum I think is another one that's really good. There's a few of them that are like gonna be here to stay, right? XRP, Ripple, or yeah, I think that's Ripple. Either way, XRP is another good one, but and Chainlink, like they do real things.
Yeah,
pumping meme stocks. We saw this with fucking GameStop.
Oh yeah,
this is just the crypto side of it, and I'm in on this one.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't feel left out.
I mean, okay. Full disclosure, I put $100 worth in today. Got 295 Dogecoins, or is it Dog or Doge? What the fuck is it?
Some people call it Doji. I call it Doge.
Let's go Doge. I'm not gonna do Doji. Nah.
We just need the dog. Be a good boy. Just be a good boy.
Yeah, like, but see, I'm just gonna throw that 100. I'm not selling. Like, no.
Yeah, no. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna. I might as well just stop looking at it because I'll come back in 5 years.
Yeah, I'm not looking. No, sir. Like, I want to see on the news. Like today, I'm driving in the car to go build this fence, and they're like, Dogecoin, Dogecoin, Dogecoin. I'm like, oh my god, I get it. I just turned the radio off. It's like, fuck, call John. Like, please, dude. Like, god dang.
But like,
I'm saying the same thing's gonna happen, and like Dogecoin hits $1,000, and I'm like, excellent,
dude. Listen, I'm telling you right now, if it hits,
I forgot,
if it hits $1 this year, like that's it for me. See you later.
No, I hear you, but not your boy.
At least
I don't have as much
50%
as you.
50% of it, yeah. I mean, that'd be great. Pay for my wedding.
Oh shit! Yeah, this man sent the save the dates out. I got it on my fridge.
It's official. Yeah, I'm getting married on November 6th.
All right, let me hit it with Taylor. Taylor, do you think it's good or like viable for society?
Not really. I mean, like Bitcoin, the ones that actually do something, yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's like John said, it's like it doesn't. Like, what does it do?
Right, like, can I just create a coin? Can we just create?
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
You can technically, yeah.
You create it and then pump the shit out of it on Twitter and everybody invest in it. And then
yeah.
But I mean, like, I'm just a tangible kind of guy. That's.
Yeah, and I just don't like the constant movement. How
Volatile.
Right, 'cause it never
is.
ends.
It's like I'm like, dude, whoa.
Right, like stock market, like you got to pay attention 9 to 5, right?
Well, that and like, well, I'm saying for the U.S. dollar in general, like that doesn't move that much. Bitcoin, good God, man, you go to sleep, you wake up, and you're down $5,000, like of the coin value. It's like holy shit.
Yeah, and then you can just be like, oh my God, that's where the term HODL came from, right? HODL, right? Hold on for dear life. Like that shit came from the crypto guys back in the day because they were like, oh my God. And now it's established. Now they're like, fuck all you guys, diamond hands. But
Dude, yeah, there's all these little
like
things.
terms and shit. But as far as like, do people have FOMO? Yeah. Portnoy was losing his fucking mind today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people have FOMO. That's why I gave you $100 today. It's like, dude, I don't want to be the idiot either. And my brother had told me last night, and it's almost like, say, look, man.
That's the thing. You could buy it at midnight.
Well, here's my thing. Well, like, I feel like some people say the universe, I say God. Like when signs like that shit happens, and it's almost like, yo, do it. You know, do it. So I'm like, all right, I'll fucking do it.
I feel like
you
it's,
get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
though,
I think it's just one of those things that get while the getting's good.
Sure.
You know, and like whatever your initial investment is, set a goal and hit that, and then pull it out and just be happy with it because it's not free money. It's your money.
Pulling out's good in general.
Yes, it is. But
sorry, dude.
What I'm saying is it's your money to start with, but you don't have to do any physical work to grow it. It does it itself. So if you can hit a point and you've got to figure out in your head what's acceptable for you, and not worry about like, oh, I took it out this week and next week it's up 20%. Well, who cares? You still just made 10 grand that you didn't have before by doing absolutely nothing.
And $100 is my mark of I don't. Like, bink, I'm not taking it out.
Yeah.
No, and that's
like, even if I lose it, I lose it. I've lost $100 on.
Hell, you've lost.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, it's $100 on Tottenham. God damn it.
Exactly. See, so like, I don't even give a shit. But here's something I do give a shit about. I hope are we good with the crypto?
Yeah, the crypto. Listen, disclaimer: none of us are professionals.
Hell
okay?
no, dude.
I
know a couple people that are. I'm not gonna say their names, but they're currently they're getting stuff together to mine Bitcoin.
Yep.
And that's pretty interesting. So
that's a whole different.
Wild.
Yeah.
I wanna lob this out there to whoever is listening. Like, if you have some knowledge on any of this crypto stuff, hit us up.
Yeah, hit us up because we are not seasoned professionals.
Yeah, at all, man. And we'd love to learn about it, and especially that the mining stuff.
You
that's,
need to
that's interesting.
Talk to Randy about all the crypto because he's been in it for a long time. Like before,
Yeah.
you know how last year, what was it? Right after COVID started, it like came up real big.
Trading
again.
in general,
Yeah.
Well, and I'd also like to hear.
He jumped on the train like back in like 2016.
Yeah.
And he's like, I mean, he's made some solid money over
There's
the last
a couple
few
people
years.
you
And he's an
wouldn't think-
unexpected guy. He's good old Southern Randy. Wouldn't expect it from him at all. But he was, he and I were talking about that at bowling the other night.
Yeah.
With
that's
Trent
awesome.
with Trent Rackley.
There are a few people who back in the day maybe had a friend or something that was like, hey, you should do this. I truly, and maybe they believed in it and threw $1,000 at it, and now that $1,000 is worth.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing, like you were saying, when people like all these rich billionaires are jumping on it, it says something. And for me, like my brother's a very cautious guy when he's talking about it and doing it.
Dude, I mean,
that says a lot to me because he's a very low risk kind of guy.
And that's interesting. So like, again, hit us up. I want to know y'all's opinion on it. Like,
yeah,
it should be one of these little polls that you do. But like, you down with it? You against it? Kind of deal. So anyway, just let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think. That's a wild world.
Yeah,
that's a wild world.
I'll tell you what else is wild. Aliens, bro.
Oh, they're real.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so we decided to talk about this because yesterday I read an article that was posted and sent it to James that the U.S. government confirmed photos of UFOs taken by the Navy off the coast of California.
Yeah,
they were like
it was literally
pyramid.
It was literally
pyramid.
Like,
yes.
What do you call it? I guess sailors, because they were on one of the carriers and they were filming this stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously these guys have friends and Facebook and Twitter and all that and sending it out. And the government confirmed it. Normally they'll like deny, they're like, no, we have nothing to say. But they confirmed it.
Yeah.
Well, the clock's ticking. This man has it set.
Well, dude, the thing is, all right, so they got to release this report or whatever June 1st. Or it might have been June 1st. It's in
June or July 1st.
It's in June, whatever. But the whole thing is, it's like, I'm interested to see like what they actually tell us, what they'll give us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Are they going to give you just a little bit?
Yeah.
Or are they just going to lay it out for you?
Because theoretically, in my mind, what they do, they tell you they're telling us what they're going to tell us before they tell us,
Mhm.
right? So they're like, okay, yeah, they're real. The UFOs are real. Not at one point do they go, aliens are real.
Well, that's the thing. All the
UFOs are
UFOs is
real.
just unidentified.
Yeah.
So
Because they also, and I was watching on the news, and like they had like objects that were little disc objects, but they were smaller, and they were flying and jump in the ocean for a while and pop back out, and it was all like on military cameras, kind of deal. But my thing is like, yeah, what are they going to tell us? Okay, I think they've already told us what they're going to tell us, and that is UFOs are real. We're not sure what they are. Are they a threat? Are they not? We just don't know. Or like it might be a lot of just whatever.
Some of the thing too is you got to like the technology that these things possess, how they're able to defy gravity. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing they don't know because we don't have that technology. We can't create that, so they don't know.
We don't. But here's the thing: if they crash land, all right. So there's been a lot of obviously I'm into UFOs. I've watched every damn video I could. And the whole thing is like we have crashed UFOs, and we tried to back engineer them and all that. And it was like if we figured out their technology, even talk about forget green energy. Like these dudes bend space and time. Like to be able to travel how they do, you literally have to manipulate gravity itself.
Oh yeah.
So you have to be pushing against. You have to make your own gravity bubble for your like body to withstand these actions that they do. It's insane. But the whole thing is to really get to what are they going to tell us? Like, so the whole time since Roswell and all that, aliens have kind of crept into movies, TV shows, like all kinds of stuff. It's like normal to see an alien movie and all that, right?
Right.
So that goes to your whole tying this back into your whole crypto, kind of propaganda-ish, like pump this, yeah. So they're pumping your brain, and this is important. They're prepping people from like your grandparents were little, right? They've been hearing like a story of a flying saucer, a disc in the sky.
Oh yeah, flying saucer.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, yeah, right, whatever. And then they get to handle it. They're coming to grips with it. But now as people progress and technology progresses, it's a lot easier for our generation to accept it than it was older generations, right? So everything's gradual. It's a gradual push to understanding the whole picture. But I don't think everybody's ready to go, all right, well, at current count, there's 64 species of aliens that we've come in contact with. Some hostile, some not.
Well, that's what I'm curious.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm curious to hear, like, are they going to be like, yeah, we've, like, talking about a crash landing, like Area 51, like, no, we've dissected one. And you know what I mean? Like, I'm curious to hear about that.
Yeah, and you're not going to hear that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you'll.
And
get
again,
that much.
like the whole thing about the technology is like, if we figured out how to use this technology, the economy would stop instantly. Like,
oh my God, it would shake the entire world up.
Exactly. So it's a catch-22. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I think. It's the main reason it's not out. Because it would screw up everything.
And I think they're just out there flying around like laughing at us.
You know what I think?
I think they're waiting for us to get to the very breaking point of ruining society, and they're gonna go, okay, y'all are blowing it.
Yeah, because I don't think they're gonna sit here and attack us and invade us. Why? Because they could have done that a long time ago before we got powerful weapons and all that.
Well,
they could have went ahead and done that.
No, I think they're here to protect us.
I do too. I think it's protection, and I also think it's they use the Earth. We have a shit ton of minerals here and all kinds of stuff that other planets don't have. Like, we're a very specific type of planet. You know what I mean? The life here and all the rich like I said, the minerals, the elements.
You got
here
to think we probably have
unique.
things that they want to use. Obviously, they have technology and stuff that you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I do think there's good and bad ones.
Oh, there has to be
Good and bad.
Not to go all Buddhist on you, but where there's good, there's bad.
Yeah, 100%.
The up is down. Up where there's up, there's down.
Confucius.
Well, I'm just saying, but to go back to how they let people know. I mean, I'm watching this show on Netflix called Troll Hunter or whatever, and they integrated aliens in it. This show's rated Y7. But hey, if you got Netflix, check it out. It's Tales of Arcadia, Troll Hunter stuff. It's great.
Is it real?
What? No, it's animated.
Oh, I was like,
It's animated.
there's people looking for trolls?
No. Yeah, it's real.
Look under the bridge.
Yeah, it's all about bridges and all that. But what I'm saying is like, there's aliens in that, and they're already prepping these fucking young kids
Yeah.
about it already. So it's like when it does happen, they do reveal. There's not they'll
Not
be
as
like,
big a deal as it would be to like my dad or your dad.
exactly, dude. So that's why I say everything's gradual. And now, if you think about it, our dads now are way more accepting of that now than they were 30 years ago.
Oh, 100%.
You see what I'm saying? But I don't. Who knows?
My dad wouldn't give a fuck. He'd just be
Hell
like,
no, he wouldn't give a
as
fuck.
long as it don't fuck with my income, he's he's not gonna give a shit.
But yeah, dude, I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see what they say. But I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
I feel like more and more and more of this shit is coming. And the thing that bothers me the most is that no one talks about it. You don't see the shit. February, right? Late February, the American airliner, Southwest Air pilots.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's like February 25th or 26th or something.
Yeah.
I saw it on every major news platform for a day, and that was it. I'm like, did you listen to what these dudes just said? Did you
Okay.
listen? And the radio thing is, flight control. Is there any other flights around us? No. Well, there's something cone shaped flying that just flew right over us.
Yeah.
Right over him. He said it was 100 yards over their plane.
Here's why I think they don't talk about it, because our little problems here have to be important, right? That if you sit there and there's aliens out there, there's other shit going on way bigger than whatever your little problem is today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, that sets you back, like, mentally. It's like, dude, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like, I mean, that goes back into my belief in like God and all that, because like, dude, we don't know where space begins and ends, and it goes on forever. Like, it's so massive. Like, we are a little tiny little whatever floating around.
Yeah.
We're nothing, dude.
Nothing.
And these guys, and if they're flying from here to there, defying gravity and all that shit, they're something. You know?
Yeah, and like they're moving.
Hell yeah.
It's like a day trip. Hey, we're just gonna go to this planet today.
Yeah. Dude, like, you see those old photographs of like pictures on the moon from like the late 70s, and you see like little tracks on it from like, obviously it's something. I mean, the picture's from way up there, but like something has to be moving to create these tracks, because the tracks aren't in front of, and you know what I'm saying? It's all kinds of shit. They've known for a while, but it's, again, people have to crawl before they walk, before they run, right?
Yeah. But it's just, I can't wait till they release all the information, like, because I want to know. And like,
I'm trying to go up there. I'm trying to ride one.
This man's trying to ride a shotgun.
Hell yeah, that'd be wild, dude.
Yeah, I just
Think
Oh,
about
to
it.
like get abducted or something? Or
No,
like,
no. I'm not like, that's a crazy word. Like, hey man, you trying to hang out and go on a ride? Like, yeah, I do that.
he just
Yeah.
wants to ride in a UFO.
Not like a poke and prod. Like, I'm sure they got all they need to know. You know,
poke and prod.
you look, dude. I'm telling you, nothing's crazier than like trying to figure out if somebody's bullshitting or not on a alien abduction story. All these videos I've seen, dude. Oh my god, you see some crazy people.
You really think a couple of them been abducted?
For sure. I wouldn't say all of them, but I'd say some. Yeah. And I'll tell you why. Because like, you look at cattle mutilations and like all these animal mutilations where like veterinarians will come out there and they literally say the only way that can be done is with lasers. And there's no blood. They drain all the blood. They do all this shit. And the cattle ranchers are like,
Well, what about
the hell?
the guys that like that one doctor? There's several people, but like I watched a documentary with you, and it was like these people claiming to be abducted, and this dude was like, I knew how to play the piano like perfectly.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
next
When
day.
he came back, yeah.
And it's like he never knew, he'd never touched one. He just like sat down in front of one and started playing it. That shit doesn't just happen.
Fuck no. One that's like a general one for you, anybody can go look up. It's called dude named Bill Walton, and he was like he worked it was out west somewhere. I can't remember if it was Washington or Oregon. He was a logger. He was like 22, 23. He's out there with like other loggers. Days over, walking back. Some shit like happens, right, and the other guys run, and then he's gone, goes missing. All those dudes that were with, I think it was 4 guys that were with him, got pulled into the sheriff's office, all like basically arrested for murder.
Right, yeah.
They thought they killed him and like got away with him. They're like, no, we swear to God, like something happened and this, that, and the other. A week later, this dude shows back up and calls like from a payphone. They dropped him off where they picked him up out in the middle of the woods, walks to a payphone, and like, and then it was just crazy because they're missing the murder charges, all that, and he tells his story, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're nuts," except for the people who saw it go down, But just check him out because that's I think he's the real deal.
You think they do those crop circles?
Yeah, why not?
Like to touch back on the cattle shit. They out there making designs in the damn cornfields.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what it's for? It might not even be for us. What if it's for somebody else to look at?
What if it's like directions for other aliens?
That's what I'm saying. It could be anything like that. Because obviously you've seen the videos of how humans do it, how they can do it, like these people.
Yeah, with the planks.
Yeah,
on the wood, and they do it. Yeah.
But the difference is those planks. If you look at some crop circles, like the planks break the sticks or break the crop.
Right.
Other crop circles don't break the crop.
What do you mean?
Like lays it down perfectly.
Like if it's wheat, it doesn't snap. Like snap the stem. It's, you know what I mean?
Like a big gust of wind blew it over?
Like a gust of wind, or it was like gently matted down and gelled like your hair.
Well, that's why I was gonna say, like, I think it's like, like you see the triangular shapes and the round shape. Like, I think like something landed there, and like whatever its propulsion system is.
Oh, look at this shit.
The gravity pushed it down.
A whole...
That, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a helicopter, when a helicopter's landing, right?
Yeah, like, and it's, it lands, and then when it takes it, like, it probably sat there for however long they were there, whatever, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And then takes off, and that's the imprint. It's not like they're sending a straggler down there to stand the corn back up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But there's reports of people like in England and stuff, like, dude drives like to go get supplies and shit, and like leaves the farm in the morning, comes back, and there's like 2 hours later, and it's like there's a fucking
full crop circle design.
Yeah, and he's like,
and there's no way it could have been done by human hands that quickly.
Yeah, and that's his thing. He's like, you can believe me or not. That's the people I love. The people that are like, you can believe me or not, but like,
this is what happened.
Yeah, so I've already.
Yeah, it is
the ones that have already fought their demons about it. Like, yeah, dude, this fucked me up for a while. You know what I mean?
I bet it would.
Yeah, you damn right it would. That's why it's so hard to just, because even if they say, yeah, they're real, you're not going to really think it's real till you see one in your damn face.
Well, that's the thing I've learned about the general public, is you can tell them 100 times
all day long,
but until people see it,
till you live it, man,
it means nothing.
That's a fact.
That's crazy. Well, the countdown is on until the government releases their shit. It was 180 days from January 1st, right?
Yeah. So it's got to be June 1st, right?
Yeah. It has to be. Shit, can't wait.
So that's heavy shit. Here's another thing.
Next time we talk about aliens will be June 2nd.
For sure. And also, that's another good poll for us. Do you believe in
aliens?
Let us know, yes or no.
I'll throw it up.
Cool.
Moving on to the final topic of this evening. Baseball season is here.
It's here.
One of my favorite sports to go and watch. I don't give a shit if it's Little League.
Oh, 100%.
Or the major leagues. Just being there.
Being at the ballpark is just one of the greatest feelings on earth.
It is. And like, I don't know. I also enjoy a good umpire and how he like calls his strike three.
Oh,
it
man.
means a lot.
They all got signature strike threes.
Oh, it's
you
good.
have to.
It's like
you're in the bigs.
Yeah, I mean that's like your thing.
For sure. So like
we got some history.
Yeah, we did like I just want to know the history of things, and so we just touched on it briefly. It's no big deal. So like history of baseball, just like with soccer and everything, goes back a long way. So the French and all them were playing like they were like hitting sticks and all.
You
got
to think stickball's probably been around.
Yeah, so
forever.
They were doing that kind of shit, whatever, and then like the English started doing it, and that's kind of like where we adapted it because it was mainly English.
Yeah,
the English came over here
in the 1700s started like an organized.
Yeah,
and they called it rounders.
Mm-hmm.
Was the name of it. 1850s, right? I think you said.
Yeah, 1850s.
The phrase "America's pastime" was coined, and it became very popular in the New York metropolitan area.
Yeah, apparently New Yorkers loved it.
Well, like I said before, Abner Doubleday, right, in Mendham. That's why they called it Abner Doubleday Field. And we're 45 minutes outside the city, up there where I was in Jersey. But I guess the first official baseball club was the Cincinnati Red Stockings.
Yeah. Awesome name.
Yeah, because I guess the word socks wasn't around.
Yeah, no. Stockings.
Stockings.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I just don't know how I feel about the Cincinnati Red Stockings.
Dude, I mean... Well,
I guess that's why they're Cincinnati Reds now. Shit.
Duh, dude.
I'm an idiot. I just put that together.
Just now?
Just now.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's like the New York Knickerbockers, right? They're just the Knicks.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm an idiot.
Either way, 1871 formed the first official league known as the National Association of Professional Baseball Players, like Kenny Powers.
Phew.
In 1876, the National League was formed. 1901, the American League, and the first World Series was in 1903. Who played in it, Jimmy?
It was Boston versus Pittsburgh.
In a 9-game series.
Yeah, and Boston won. They went into, I think it was...
They won 5-3.
That's it. But yeah, so Boston took that.
Little history of baseball. It's been around for. It is America's pastime. I love it.
Yeah, so that coin was phrased up there in New York. Yeah, you said that,
and
but-
I think I would say a majority of the people have played t-ball or at least one season of something. Like I feel like as a kid, like that's like probably one of the better things for coordination development.
yeah, for sure.
I've always said it's the hardest thing in sports.
Hitting a baseball is the hardest thing.
Well, if you think about it, it's the only sport that you can be successful at 30% of the time and be considered elite.
That's very true.
I mean,
Very,
think
very
about
true.
it.
It's also one of the, with soccer and everything too, which is why I like it so much. You play offense and defense
Yeah.
the entire time. You have to focus. Whereas in football, right, you get an interception, defense is coming off. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, come on, offense. No.
Yeah,
You make a diving catch, you're up to bat. Like the
exactly.
inning's over, you're first up next inning.
Because
Like,
the National League does that, right? The pitchers hit.
Yeah, this is the last year
last
of it,
year
though.
they're doing it.
I don't like that.
Fun fact for you, Jacob deGrom, first pitcher in Mets history to record the first hit of the season, and he will be the only pitcher to do it because he did it this year, and pitchers will not bat anymore.
I don't like that because like that goes to the spirit of the game. Is literally what you were just talking about.
I just wish that it was either DH in both leagues or no DH at all. Like that's what I hate
Well, I'm
about.
a National League guy. You know.
Oh, I know. I mean, I am
Obviously.
too. But it doesn't bother me that much because it makes the game more entertaining. I mean, look at the 60-game season last year. It was just a whole different dynamic
Yeah.
to the game because we had the DH in the National League last year.
Yep.
But I've always I'm like you. I would if it was up to me, I'd say no DH in either
I'm gonna
league.
sit here and say, according to like history, the National League was first. So it's like, why aren't we playing by their
This
rules?
guy's right.
And I'm talking about 25 years. Okay, so hey, your pitcher should hit. Like, what kind of shit is this?
It's to protect the pitcher. Yeah,
Dude.
I mean, listen, pitchers are. If you don't have good,
You
take
wanna
it
talk
from
about
a Mets
protecting
fan.
the pitcher?
If you don't have good pitchers,
You never seen a pitcher get his face blown off by the baseball, like coming off the bat? Like, I mean, they're already up
Yeah.
there risking it. I mean, they can get out of the way if somebody.
Well,
throws
what
it in.
aggravates me too is if you look at pitchers in the major leagues, historically most of them were good they were good hitters in high school and college.
You had to
raked.
be. Like,
And then they just once they get to the bigs, they don't focus on hitting anymore. And my
Yeah.
thing is how hard is it to take an hour or two of BP every day?
it's not that hard, especially
I
when
mean, look at Madison Bumgarner. I
Yeah.
played against him in high school.
Yeah.
The dude raked then. He rakes as a pitcher. He was trying to be in the home run derby 2 years ago, and Bruce Bochy wouldn't let him.
yeah. But you're right though. You can only throw so much in a day.
Exactly.
Get out there and swing the ball back.
because it's all about that arm, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, I mean, I know they're trying to.
When you're
protect the
spending
pitcher.
millions of dollars on a person to ensure that he goes out there and gives you 7 solid innings on his starting day, you don't let him go to bat. It's plain and simple.
Dude, my argument
It's
of
like the
that would be,
quarterback, dude. It's
okay,
like the quarterback.
Bumgarner,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't, you can't ride a horse either. Like, you can't.
He
like,
can't. It's not. It is Yoenis Cespedes
Oh, here's
has a
another
horse
one.
farm in his contract. You can't ride a horse. What did he do?
Oh, well,
Rode a horse, fell off, broke his ankle.
well, you know, Bumgarner was he's in professional rodeo under a pseudonym. You know that, right?
I do know this.
Like
I do
he
know
created
this.
a fake name and like did it.
Got
and
in
then
trouble,
and,
right?
He didn't get in trouble. He just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, to me, just throwing this out there with all this kind of, oh, you might get hurt, you might get hurt. You turn on your car right now and drive out in the street, you're like, you got a chance of getting hurt.
Well, listen,
Coming to and from the baseball seat. Look,
Yeah,
the
sure.
only way, that's why I don't like this COVID shit. Like, dude, the only way you can really keep everybody completely safe is put everybody in a little cubby hole and don't let them out and just feed them under the door. Like,
Yeah,
until it's
in
time to
jail
play.
cell.
You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck it. You got to live at some point.
No, I get it, but like on the other aspect
know,
of it,
yeah.
the job that I have, if they were paying me $10 million a year to not fuck around and be an idiot, I wouldn't fuck around and be an idiot.
True, and I get it. It's an investment from the business owner's standpoint. At
the end of the day, it is a business.
I understand, but it's just like, I'd be a different kind of owner, I guess.
Right, but then, right, Yoenis Cespedes, huge for the Mets, right? Raking, right? Fucking breaks his ankle falling off of a horse. That's the kind of shit that drives me
Dude,
nuts.
you could have, but still, dude, you could have tripped coming down your stairs.
Okay, fine. That's an unfortunate accident. This idiot was doing what he wasn't supposed to do.
True. If you sign a contract saying you ain't gonna do something,
Yeah, don't do it.
look. Hey, look. If
That's in the contract.
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't break contracts.
And we're not talking $100,000 contract. We're talking millions.
Yeah, I hear you, and I don't agree with it. I don't break contracts. If I say, hey, I'm not doing that, I'm not doing it.
Right.
That was like Ryan Klesko in the late 90s, early 2000s when he went to the Padres, San Diego. He like got hurt surfing.
Yeah.
And that was like one of the first ones where they started putting this stuff in the contracts. Like, you can't
do that.
Can't do that.
Well, since we're on like changes to the game and all that kind of stuff, like, or what? Oh, I thought you were about to say something. All right, so Tay-Dog, what do you think about the instant replay stuff for making the calls?
To be honest with you, I like. Okay, I'm 80% for it. Like,
Only when the calls go his way.
no, like a home run's a home run. Like if the umpire fucks it up and calls it foul, that's bullshit. It was in. It should be counted. The same thing as when, God, what's the handlebar mustache umpire?
Oh,
The handlebar mustache umpire that ruined that ruined the perfect game for that.
Oh,
kid,
yeah,
like a few years ago when he was clearly out by half a step, called him safe. There's no replay. That ruined that kid's perfect game.
That ump went into serious depression.
Is an umpire?
He was getting death threats.
He what was it? 3 days later, something like that. He was the ump again, and he met that pitcher and like was crying. And
he apologized. But I just
are they allowed to if you say safe, but you're like he's out. You can't. Can you go back on your call?
Manager challenge. The ump cannot.
The ump cannot. And what I don't like about it,
no. I'm just saying prior to the replay shit. Like when that
yes,
dude.
So
other umps can come. The head ump, right? Can overrule.
So they could meet and talk about what they saw, and potentially overturn it. But that rarely happened. Like maybe 5% of the time. So like when that perfect game happened, none of the other umpires had a good view of it. So even though they all met up and talked about it, he was the guy at first. He was the one right there looking at it, whereas everybody else is a minimum of 90 feet away plus.
Yeah.
So I think it's taken away from like the traditional, game. But again, like, and here's a foul pole. If it was on this side by an inch and you called it foul, well, that's bullshit because it was a home run and it could change the outcome of a whole season.
It's such a touchy subject.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
And I hear you with that, but I'm the other side of the coin. Like, okay, you got to play. You won the game because they called him out, even though he looked safe. But like, you
well, and the thing is what I don't like about it is like the other night the Braves had a play at the plate. Dansby Swanson slid in.
Oh my God, is this the Phillies?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a big issue.
And they challenged the call. He was called out at the plate. Well, the cameras, I mean, they sit there and show you the same views that the people in New York get to, the officials in New York get to see. The thing is when the call on the field, call on the field stands most of the time, it's because there has to be like irrefutable evidence. Well, that was the thing is there were 4 camera angles that showed that he was out or say, was safe. And it was just like, what's the point in this replay stuff if you're not willing to overturn a call stands?
And the Phillies game the other night, the guy slides home.
So they didn't overturn it?
No. Same thing as Phillies game, right? 9th inning, guy slides home, clearly misses the plate, misses it, gets called safe. They go to the review. I mean, you could have been a fucking 3-year-old and seen that he didn't touch that plate.
Yeah.
We saw that one, right?
Yeah, and they didn't overturn it.
They didn't overturn it. And then the guy, the runner, is at the press conference after the game, and a reporter said, "Hey, did you not touch the plate?" And he said, "Listen, they called it safe, and that's all that matters."
Exactly.
He fucking knew that he didn't touch it.
You damn right he knew, but here's the thing. That's called...
It's playing the game. It's playing the game. I get it.
It's part of the game, but
how are you going to blow it that fucking bad?
Here's my deal. If they're not going to overcall that shit, scrap the program.
Well, that's exactly what I'm getting at.
Scrap it.
If you're getting rid of human error, get rid of human error.
Because in NFL, they overturn the shit out of things.
Oh, hell yeah. And if you think it's bad in baseball, watch fucking European soccer. VAR?
Dude, don't even get
People are making thousands and thousands of dollars on black shirts that have white letters that just says "fuck VAR."
Yeah, don't even get me started on.
It's the worst.
VAR
We wouldn't even go there,
dude. Like fuck that.
VAR, fuck VAR.
All right. So here's my thing. I'm not I do not like it.
I hear you.
I don't like it because, especially if they're gonna sit there with their own eyes and not like trust, because everybody fucking loves technology nowadays. Like, dude, fuck the umps then. put a camera everywhere, have 100 cameras out there, and call the game that way.
Have like a digital strike zone and let somebody else make the call.
Right? Nobody likes that idea, right? But that's where the fuck we're going.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
If you're stop that and keep the humans.
If you're going to do it right, and they're not.
And they're not doing it right. So
the other thing that I hate
things.
is they're all about speeding up the game. Baseball takes too long. Well, listen, fucking here. People that watch baseball don't care. If the game's 30 minutes shorter, it's not going to convert somebody that doesn't watch baseball.
It was all TV rights. That's what that
I know, but it's just bullshit. And the other thing, okay, extra innings, you automatically get a runner on second base.
I hate that fucking rule.
What kind of shit is that?
Don't even get me. All right, get me started on it. Fuck it.
It's
I don't
bullshit.
like that at all.
I hate that.
It's absolute bullshit. Why would you get no? This is not Little League.
This is not Little League, and this is to be fair here. This is not soccer. They're not going to run themselves to death. This is you trot out there. You might get a ball hit to you. You might not, and then you swing a fucking ball.
These guys
back.
play double headers, and they're like, "Well,
yeah, get the fuck out of here, dude."
That's the other thing I don't like is double headers or 7 innings.
Yep.
I mean, we can keep going here. But look, I'm a traditionalist in just about every aspect of my life. And again, I'm going to say it. National League was formed first. Okay? I knew that before we looked up all this history because, it's just a pride thing, But I do not like technology creeping into the game.
Or just use it for little things. So VAR, right? When they do an offsides thing, they use fucking geometry. They pull these goddamn lines up on the screen, and it's such bullshit. He'll be off by a fingertip, and they're like, offside. Fuck you. No, it's not. Okay? You want to use the replay shit for who was he out at first or was he safe? That makes sense. Easy. That's an easy call. You can see it.
Yeah.
Okay? The home plate shit, they blew that, which puts a terrible name on them. But as far as replays go, I mean, there's so many rules too. Like, oh yeah, we have instant replay, but here's a book as thick as a fucking encyclopedia of all the rules about it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
Yeah, and again, man, like so many games. All right, Oh,
that's just Reese saying hi.
All right, dogs are barking, but so many games in high school, refs blew the calls, right?
Yeah,
and you go. And you're pissed off, and you're right. You might have lost the game over that call, but guess what you didn't do? You didn't put a goal in earlier. You didn't hit a run earlier.
That's the
you
other
didn't
thing.
play well earlier.
Had you been up,
so
matter.
to me, this whole virtual technology bullshit is just a whole bag of excuses for not getting the shit done earlier.
Yeah.
You come out flat, you get a bad call, you shouldn't have came out flat, dude.
Yeah,
No excuses. Play like a champion. I'm pretty sure that's rule what 55, 67.
Yep.
Okay, good.
It is rule 67. That's a good one.
Just so everybody knows, but that's my stance on it. I don't think if it's humans out there, if we're out there playing a game, the damn technology does not need to be out there unless you're calculating stats.
Yeah, and one last thing about the umpires before we talk about the Braves and the Mets. Umpire Joe West.
Cowboy Joe West.
Cowboy Joe West. We have some ties to him, right? His niece.
Yep, his niece was a good friend of ours.
Good friend. We went to high school with her. He will this year become the number 1 in games for an umpire.
That's pretty.
He will break that record this year. I heard it the other night.
Did he have some case or something, some lawsuit thing?
I'll tell you what, he probably didn't give a fuck because he didn't give a shit.
I just happened to see. I randomly saw that the other day. I forgot about it till just now.
Yes, it was. It was, and he won it. He won $500,000 because Keith and Ron from SNY. Listen, Keith Hernandez is. I know Taylor's not going to agree, but I'm biased. I think he's the best commentator in baseball. He's hilarious.
Oh, they're
good.
We were
and
just
the Braves,
today
the Braves
about,
commentators are great.
We were just talking
too.
today about how most commentators in baseball are awesome
because you have to find fillers, right? And
it's
they're funny as shit. But either way, he said he was like, yeah, and Ron, he's $500K richer after winning that lawsuit because it was defamation on his name.
Yeah, from Paul LaDuca, former catcher.
Correct.
What just said he was?
I don't know what happened, but I know
you just spit on his name basically.
Cowboy Joe won $500,000 off that shit.
Well, good for him because I'm tired of people sitting there letting people just badmouth him, for whatever. Like,
and you know what's
stand
funny
up
is
for
like
yourself.
Joe will make the calls, and the fans will start getting on him, and he loves it. He feeds off of it.
Every good ump does,
which is great. So shout out to Joe. He will be the number 1 umpire in the history of baseball this season. Yeah,
and we still got to get our buddy Colin on here, the ump.
Yeah, we'll get him on there. But the Braves this year, Acuna is on fire. It's disgusting. He has 24 hits as of yesterday. I don't know about today. He had 24. I saw 26 hits, 14 of them extra base, 7 home runs. That's ridiculous.
Okay, precursor to this Braves Mets thing we're about to do.
Mm-hmm.
For your bachelor party, you ought to tell the Rounders, which, by the way, you didn't tell everybody. That's what we're going to call the audience from now on.
Yeah, so while we're talking about baseball, and Rounders was the original name of it, courtesy of the Brits. Appreciate it.
We were all Brits at one point.
Still kicked your ass. We have decided to call our listeners Rounders.
Mm-hmm.
It was an idea. Shout out to Downtown Dan.
Chucka Lady.
Chucka. That was
Daniel Mack.
That was his idea. He said, "Hey, you should call your listeners Rounders," and I was like, "Wow, that sounds pretty good." So, if you like us, you support us, you're a Rounder, and there's nothing wrong with that.
But yes, 14 extra base hits, 7 home runs, 6 doubles, a triple.
Acuna's a rounder, and by that I mean he's rounding the fucking bases like every other at bat.
Couple fun stats about him.
Hit it, Taylor.
Couple fun stats about him. So he hit a triple the other night, and they clocked him at 31.1 feet per second around the bases.
That's disgusting. That's 10 yards a second.
To tie that into play, Tyreek Hill's fastest time on the football field this past season was 31.9. He's got Tyreek speed Hill. Tyreek Hill speed.
Going in circular motion.
Rounding the bases.
We watched the replay.
I showed James the replay. It doesn't even look real.
It's crazy because the number one rule in Little League, don't watch the ball after you hit it, right? But dude, when he sees it, you
have to look. So you get taught in high school, you take your first 4 steps out of the bag, locate the ball, you make the turn. Now, if you've hit it in the outfield, when you make the turn at first, you don't have a second base coach. You've got your third base. So you got to look to decide what you want to do and then get to second and look for your coach.
And so, but what we had the courtesy of seeing the other day, I got to see him make that decision.
You watch him turn it on. Because
he goes, okay, and this is a very skilled thing because this is how I equate this to soccer because like I was a center back, right? The ball flies over and you know it's going to the corner and you know that winger's coming. So I have to cut the angle to get my shit right. And I have to start running at the correct time.
And you have to be in stride to hit the bag perfectly where you don't short strike.
That's what I saw. But what he did was it was a preparation. He was like, and he saw it went by, and then he knew how many steps he had to hit that corner because he pivoted off that corner.
You use that as a plant to change direction.
And dude, and this is a guy I hadn't played since 9th grade.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I saw his transition and using his weight because that's what he didn't do. He didn't throw his body off balance going through that first base.
Well, I can tell you
it was beautiful to watch.
He's going to be the next member of the 40-40 club. 40 home runs, 40 stolen bases.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think what's more
he's a Hall of
impressive,
Famer. That's what he is.
If he keeps it up,
he keeps doing what he's doing.
This kid got drafted.
And how old is he now?
23. He just turned 23.
Play,
but he
has a ball out there,
bro. I know.
He is such a fireball on the field. I love it. He brings so much energy. But what I'm saying is he got drafted at 16.
Yeah.
Think about that.
God,
he's been in the Braves organization since he was 16 years old.
And where's he from?
Dominican?
Venezuela.
Boy,
I tell you, South America turns them out, son. They are incredible ball players.
Venezuela. But dude, it's just, and what I love is it's obviously not the steroid era anymore. This cat is 6 foot, 195 pounds, and he's got a exit his hard hit ratio. He's in the 99th percentile.
Yeah, and
I mean the other night he hit a ball the opposite way, 112, 115 miles an hour. Didn't even make solid contact, and it's coming off at 112, 115 miles an hour. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And that's what I remember them reading that off the other night, and I was like, dude, what's the average of it coming off
the average in the MLB 92, 93
coming off the bat?
Mm-hmm.
Last year, the hardest hit baseball was hit by a man that they call the polar bear.
Oh yeah, Pete
Alonso, whose jersey I'm wearing right now.
But yeah, dude, Acuna, he's a different breed. I mean, everybody talks about Mike Trout, and I still think he's the best player in the game as of the moment.
Agreed.
But if you take Mike Trout, I think he's in his 11th year in the league, and look at guys like Albert Pujols and Frank Thomas, he's nowhere close to what those guys did. I'm not taking anything from him. Mike Trout's an absolute stud. Anybody would be lucky to have him on his team.
Oh man!
But he's only hit over 100 RBIs twice in his career. You know what I mean? It's just wild to me, the hype these guys get. Not saying he doesn't deserve it, but it's just dude, I grew up watching guys Albert Pujols is still in the league. This is his last year on his contract, but look at his first 10 years in the league. He was averaging 38 home runs and 125 RBIs and batting 320 with a 420 on base percent. I mean, that's just
getting hurt.
That is just unheard of.
Yeah.
And it's just mind-boggling to me. But Mike Trout, Juan Soto, and Ronald Acuna Jr. are the 3 best players in baseball right now, hands down, without a doubt. Mookie Betts is good because he's a 5-tool guy, but he doesn't have the power. I mean, he's just not as good as those guys.
He's a little guy.
Mookie Betts is like the kind of guy you want on your team that like, listen, dude.
He's a straight. He's a stud athlete.
No, he's a ball player.
Oh, he's a baller, dude.
He's a ball player, but I'm saying
Did you see the
need a little more power?
You see the billboard?
Well, I'm just saying that's
if he had Acuna power.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Some Dodgers fans paid for a billboard that was put up outside of Fenway.
Yeah,
and it just says, "Dear Boston, thanks for Mookie." And Mookie in his L.A.
Oh, I love it. Man, I love the guy.
I mean,
he's a phenomenal bowler. He's a good golfer. He can. I mean,
he's a good bowler.
Oh, great bowler. He bowls professionally.
Yeah, with Chris Paul.
Professionally,
dude. Chris Paul does too.
When you get some time later, look up Mookie Betts bowling. He's like a 240 bowler.
Or rollers for all you true rollers.
But
out
the
there.
Braves, back to the Braves for a minute, man. The bullpen has just been awful. That's been our thorn in the side.
Fucking terrible.
We've blown so last year our whole thing was winning games late in the innings. We had more comeback wins than any other team. Well, this year I think we've already lost. It's early in the season. There's only been 14 games, but 3 or 4 games have been lost in the 9th inning, and we almost lost yesterday.
Yeah, true. And
you loaded the bases just now before we started recording. Bases loaded, guy up the bat can win the game
with one swing. That's what I'm saying. The bullpen has just been absolutely atrocious. If they can, our starting pitching's been fine, but if we can get the bullpen fine tuned, we'll be in great shape.
You need some trades.
Allow the Mets fan to chime in on the bullpen.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Before you get going, now you get close to the mic. Jeez.
Oh my God.
But I just have to say, big shout out to the Kung Fu Panda Pablo Sandoval.
Yeah.
He's hit 3 pinch hit home runs already, and we're on it's the 15th day of the month. That's more pinch hit home runs in a month by a single player. Like that tied the record for most pinch hit home runs in a single month by any player, and we're halfway through the month.
That's incredible.
Oh, the dude's awesome. I mean,
How great of a job is that? Hey, listen, you're not going to play. We're just going to bring you in like the 6th or 7th and just hit one out for us.
And I mean, the thing is you want guys like that on your team. He's won the World Series 3 times with San Francisco.
Yeah,
he's got experience. You want guys like that in your clubhouse.
Yeah, man. Like what pressure? I've already been there.
But
like whatever.
But
I did one thing I did realize the other night after when you were cooking the ribs and all that. So the velocity coming off the bat is like. You got pitchers in the league that can throw 101, right? And he just said the average player hitting the ball is like
I think it's around 90, 92 miles an hour.
That was incredible.
Let me check because I like my numbers to be straight.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm saying so they were saying, his the mile per hour coming off the bat was 108. I can't remember who they were talking about.
95.
95 is the average. So you got a human arm that's going the wrong way. It's not even supposed to be like it tears your shoulder.
Slow motion videos of pitchers, it makes you want to cringe.
Yeah. So it's not even supposed to be doing what it's doing, and it's throwing faster in most cases
than a guy can hit it.
That's incredible to me.
Yeah.
And like when I heard that like the other night, you could tell him like or ask him whatever. I was like, give me another beer. Like what? My mind was blown.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, are you serious?
It's crazy. And like, as pitching goes, right? I'm gonna say it. The best pitcher in baseball is on the Mets, Jacob deGrom. And every time Jacob deGrom starts a game, his teammates play to fucking lose.
It's ridiculous.
It's the most ridiculous
run support at all.
Listen to this, right? He has, I think, so he pitched 7 innings the other night, and his first game, 14 innings pitched. He had 15 strikeouts the other night, and 12 the game before. Okay?
Yeah.
That's 27 strikeouts. 1 earned run, right? We lost both games by 5 runs.
Jesus Christ.
Like, are you kidding me? Had we scored, I think the stat 2 or 3 years ago was, had we scored, I think, 14 total more runs, he would have had 30 wins in a season when he won the Cy Young.
Yeah.
Still won the Cy Young, but he would have had 30 wins.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
No,
it's
he's an absolute stud.
The Mets play. I just don't get it. And then when he's not pitching, we hit. Now, granted, we've been doing quite well. The Phillies game.
Y'all got a facelift this year, though, bud.
We did. Francisco Lindor signed the 10-year, $350 million deal. Do not get hurt, for God's sake.
Well, I'm not a fan of these 10-year big deals because back to Albert Pujols, he signed when he got traded from the Cardinals to the Angels. That's what I mean. He signed a huge contract with them and then couldn't get healthy. And I mean, he's still put up productive numbers. I mean, he's 5th or 6th all time on the home run list, 2nd RBIs. I mean, he
just wasn't. He wasn't. What
he is
was,
hands
though.
down top 5 or 6 baseball players that have ever picked up a baseball bat. In my opinion.
And I think he's been as big as he is since day one.
Well, that's the other thing is he was a huge advocate for testing and all that. They're like, oh, you're on steroids. No, bro, you came in as a 20-year-old at 6'3", 260.
And
you
hasn't changed.
And has not changed. Well, that was the thing. Everybody's like, oh, steroid this and that. Well, he's like, test me. Test the shit out of me. I don't care.
Yep.
And they did. And he's never, not one time has he tested positive. I mean, the dude is just, that his nickname is the Machine.
Yeah. I hate all, like, steroid cheaters.
Oh, I hate it too.
That's one thing.
That's why, in my opinion, Barry Bonds is not the home run champion.
Fuck
Hank
no.
Aaron still is. Hank Aaron was 5'11",
right.
180 pounds. Barry Bonds grew 4 hat sizes in his career.
Do you remember?
That's stupid.
Do you remember watching the ESPN Classics, the Hank Aaron home run derbies?
Yes.
Oh my god. Dude.
That's why I love baseball so much, because it's mechanics.
Yeah.
It's like golf. It's mechanics. I don't care how big and strong you are. It's mechanics.
It's like little Brian Harmon, dude. He's 5'6", slapping the shit out of a golf ball.
I'm just telling you, I don't respect a man who cheats.
No.
And especially, you know, so, and like baseball is America's past. I think it's the black eye of baseball.
You know what they should do? Create another league where it's legal and watch people just bomb home runs all day.
And get hurt every other week.
I mean,
because their joints are
dude,
garbage.
that's like the XFL. Like, that's whatever. But my point is, I agree with Taylor. Because I went to Cooperstown when I went my travel soccer team when I was 11 up in New York. We went to Cooperstown too, because we were up in New York for like a week, like the state. I didn't even know New York was a state. I thought it was a city, like the whole time, until we got there. But anyway, we went to Cooperstown, and like that was the thing. You're seeing like these greats, right? And the only thing they were probably doing back in the day was probably drinking in the dugout and this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and they put up these numbers, and then you got these cats who are just friendly.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
Roll it up, bro, and like
give me a shot in the ass.
And like,
and
you want to keep Pete, and you want to keep
belong.
You want to keep Pete Rose out of the Hall of Fame because he bet on sports.
That is the biggest bullshit.
It's ridiculous, dude. Charlie Hustle is the fucking man.
Look, and you know Pete Rose was majority of the time was betting on his team to fucking win because he went out there and played hard.
Oh, he played hard.
Like
they never proved that he bet against his team.
See there, like I think that's a spit. To me, that's the biggest hypocrisy of all time. You're gonna take performance-enhancing drugs
and let people have 3 strikes before you ban them from baseball.
Yeah, all this kind of shit. But a man who was just out there, if you really want to be real about it, I guarantee you, Babe Ruth, all these guys were gambling. Ty Cobb, all of them were gambling on fucking baseball, and they were drinking in the dugout and this, that, and the other. And
listen, you're making $150,000 in 19 whatever it was,
dude. You were still most ball players back then were still had day jobs, and they'd come work. And they'd work and they go play.
Well, look at Ted Williams. He got drafted, went and fought in a war, and then came back.
See, I'm just saying, I have no respect for a steroid user because first off, that's not what God gave you. Like you.
Listen,
you
and you're putting
need
yourself above
bullshit.
the other guy.
Like,
it's like cheating on a test in school, man.
Yeah,
I got the answers.
And the only reason I did cheat in school a couple times, but that was just to pass. Like it wasn't to get scholarship money and this, that, and the other. That's how I would compare these steroid guys.
It was to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, it was like, please, like, you know, like that guy. Even you get what I'm saying.
Listen, the steroids suck. And I'm glad that like the MLB has really cracked down on it. But I will say it's been probably the weirdest start of a season for the Mets. I mean, our opening series was canceled,
postponed,
all 3
done.
games. The Phillies game last night was rained out. The Mets flew to Colorado to play the Rockies. The video of them landing last night, insane. They landed the plane in the middle of a fucking blizzard.
Scary.
Straight blizzard. And then today's game canceled. It's just like, I don't know. It's crazy. And they're playing so many games in such a little amount of time. I mean, just like you said, it's the 16th day of the month. The Braves have played how many games?
14.
Thank you. They've had 2 off days.
It's the 15th.
It's the 16th.
16th. Yeah, you're right.
They've had 2 off days. That's crazy. Now, I'm not saying it's the most physically demanding sport, but even still, you got to be mentally. It takes. I mean, you got to be on your shit.
I'm not saying it's not draining, but it's like, I mean, whatever. Dude.
Okay, you're not running 10 miles in a game. I get it, but
you're not. It's just like you said about football. You can't play that many football games,
right?
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's 162 games because you can play that much. But it's just everybody needs off days.
I mean, look, I don't think it should be 162 games.
I do.
Well, then
You're a traditionalist. It always been that way. Why
has it from the start?
Yep. It's always been like that.
I will say I was very upset that
I immediately regret my statement.
The game was rained out yesterday because I had my broom ready to sweep those damn Phillies. I cannot stand.
I can't stand the fucking.
I don't
Phillies.
like Phillies. I don't like the Eagles. I don't like the damn ball club. I don't like none of them.
It sucks. The Braves. Obviously like there are NL East rivals, but like I can actually watch a Braves game because like Acuna, incredible, right?
Freddie Freeman.
I'm a fan of
Buzz.
good. I'm a fan of good ball players. And just like Taylor will, I mean, he'll sit there, he'll watch Pete's at bat, like he'll watch DeGrom.
I enjoy watching the Mets. I can't stand the Nationals and the Phillies.
Yeah, and you know what my nickname for the Nats now?
Yeah, you told me that.
The Nats, but spelled with a G.
Yeah,
because they're annoying. I'm gonna smack the shit out of them.
That's pretty funny.
It's whack as shit.
But yeah, baseball, man, it's a lot different than it used to be. I'm telling you.
Have we already talked about? Are we gonna go your bachelor party?
Yeah, which brings me to my next point. So the Braves, we've decided for my bachelor party. We're going to go to the final 3 games of the season, which happens to be the Mets in Atlanta against the Braves, October 1, 2, and 3. I can't wait.
Ecstatic.
Yeah, because listen, I'm not a Vegas guy. I think strip clubs are a waste of money and time.
Big waste.
All that dumb
They're
shit.
disgusting.
I want to go and hang out with 10 of my buddies and my brothers and drink beers and watch baseball. The Hokies happen to have a bye weekend, so they're not even playing, which is great because I don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
But we're going to go to the Friday night game down in Atlanta. Saturday at 11 a.m., we're going to go play whirly ball. If you don't know what that is, listen. It is highlight meets hockey in bumper cars with a bar. So a highlight, you know what highlight is, right? So that like cone scoop
basket looking
scoop
I was
thing.
about to say, what was the first word you said?
Highlight.
Yeah, I didn't know what that fucking was.
I'd ask you to spell it, but
Nope.
that would be too much entertainment.
Jailai.
That's
no
correct.
way in fuck I would have got that.
I know.
we
That's
know.
why I did it for you.
But so what it is there's like a basketball backboard with no goal, no like rim, right? With a square in it.
Yeah.
And you're in bumper cars, and you can when you get it, you have to throw the ball and hit the square on the opponent's backboard.
So you drive and throw the fucking...
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, man.
And they got a bar up in there
Oh, yeah.
and everything.
Yeah,
they
that's
have
gonna
like
be
3
fun.
or 4 whirly ball courts.
I'm so in.
Well, I'm just excited for you guys to go to the Battery.
Yeah. So then after
I'm
that,
very excited about that.
Saturday, we're going to leave whirly ball and we're going to go to the Battery for the rest of the day.
Dude.
And we're going to drink. We're going to bar hop, watch college football. There's a game that night. We're not going to go to that one. We're going to watch it from the...
It's so right outside. I forget what they call it. It's like it was SunTrust, but it's like the Truist Terrace now.
Mhm.
But right outside the right, basically where you would enter the field on like at first base, right outside of that is a giant AstroTurf infield with like a 75-foot jumbotron, where it's free to get into the Battery. You have to like go through security to get in there, which I think is nice because there's tons of kids and family. Like, you know what I mean? To keeps
I
it
get
safe.
Get it.
And but it's awesome. I mean, there's bars and shops. It's like it's basically like if there was a ball field at Mayfair.
Yep.
And I mean, I was showing. I mean, obviously when I went, I was telling you guys about it. But it's incredible, man. It's just you've got the Terrapin Tap Room right there that opens. One side's to the field. One side's you can drink beers. There's restaurants everywhere. You can walk around, shop. People bring. I mean, it's awesome. And
Yeah.
like if you actually you can zoom in on the map.
I'm
there's
genuinely
like
excited.
this long,
Yeah.
like basically like bar top with built-in stools there. You can go order food, sit down, watch the game on the jumbotron as it's happening 40 yards from you. So you're sitting there watching it and hearing the crack of the bat and the roar of the crowd, but it's free. It's 100% free.
And
Interesting.
I can't wait. So that's Saturday. I mean, we're going to watch college football all day.
So it'll be
The
great.
game that night. And then on Sunday, they play a day game Sunday, which is always fun. We're going to hit that up, have some fun, probably watch NFL action Sunday.
Yeah, the key word is pace. Pace yourself.
Pace. Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Also, I'm going to be gambling my face off.
Oh, dude, going nuts.
Going nuts. And then back home to Wilmington on Monday. But yeah, that's super exciting. First weekend in October. I'm sure all you guys will see it.
Yeah.
But
The last thing I want to say that I didn't get to touch
Yeah.
on, and this is just for me to get it
I
off,
wanted to ask this question. Who's the most overrated player in baseball?
Trevor Bauer.
Thank you.
I just have to get this off my chest. And anybody
Please
that
do.
listens that wants to reach out to me and have a discussion with me on
So
on
happy the
why-
Mets did not sign him. We were this close.
Oh, dude, people were talking about him coming to Braves. I was like, dear God, no. Because they're paying this man. Got the stats right here for you, Jimmy.
All right.
$34 million a year. Okay, 3-year deal. The cat's been in the league for 9 seasons, coming into his 10th year. He's only had 4 winning seasons.
Yeah,
4.
No. Yeah, no.
4 times in his career has his win total been higher than his loss total. Last year, he won the Cy Young because of his 1.73 ERA. He went 5-4 in 11 starts.
Oof.
Why are you paying this man so much money? And right now, he's got all these investigations for like tampering with the ball and stuff, like
Exactly,
rosin or like keep a tar on his hat and stuff. And you get a little more grip on it, you can put more spin on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, literally 77-64 in 10 seasons with a 3.88 ERA. So damn near a 4. And the only reason it's down is because of last season. I'm sorry, a 4 ERA with 77 wins and 64 losses in 10 years. Give me a fucking break.
Well, why are they saying that's good? That sounds like a.
It's terrible. He's not. He's
Hey,
not.
because you know what it was? He was signed on a hype train.
He is not worth the money he's getting.
Numbers don't lie, boys.
It's just ridiculous.
And when news came out that the Mets were like on the verge of signing him, I saw it and I was like, I don't want this. And I sent it to my older brother Ryan, and he was like, no, absolutely no. And we didn't. And we spent our money on Lindor, which was needed. We need that solid. I feel like, and Lindor is from New York City. He
grew up a Mets fan.
He grew up a Mets fan. He's going to be our next David Wright. Right? Like the captain, like the face of the franchise, which is awesome. And like the fact, I'm just so happy we didn't get fucking Trevor Bauer. And especially after last week when all that news broke about the investigations.
Well, it's just, that was my thing, is because we knew we needed starting pitching after last season. That was abundantly clear. But they're like, oh, Trevor Bauer would be a great fit in Atlanta. I'm like, no, because you're going to have to pay him $30+ million because that's what he thinks he's worth.
To be mediocre. That's mediocre.
That's not even mediocre at best.
Well, what jumps off the page at you to go? I want
not
to
a
pay.
damn
There's
thing.
not a thing. That's what I'm saying. Like
I don't understand like at all.
And now he's got all this back shit behind him, all these issues.
Yeah, no,
right.
Dude.
It's just he is 100% the most overrated player in baseball.
Followed by Bryce Harper.
There you
the
go.
number 2 overrated player.
Who's won the player choice? Like the Players Association has like votes every year, and Bryce Harper's been voted most overrated like 4 or 5 times.
It's
in the
because
last 6
everyone
years.
votes with their mind on the video of him when he was 16 hitting a baseball 600 feet. With a metal bat.
we all saw that too, and that was cool.
Yeah, but I played with those same bats, bro.
Yeah,
I could hit a ball 450 feet with those bats in high school. Go watch one of our high school BPs. Those bats were juiced as fuck. That's why so it used to be BESR certified. Now it's they changed the whole thing. I mean, all those, you can't use those anymore. I mean, because kids were getting hurt. Like Tyler Stott literally smoked a kid in the forehead our junior year and damn near killed him.
I believe it, dude.
But here you go. Just on the Trevor Bauer. These are his win losses by the year. 1-2, 1-2, 5-8, 11-2. He went 12-8, 17-9, 12-6, 11-13, 5-4. Those are garbage numbers to give somebody $32 million a year for.
Yeah, I'm still flabbergasted.
Or $34 million a year.
It's just a lot of money. It's whatever. But we got a long season ahead of us.
And here's the thing, in the next 10 years, he could prove everybody wrong and start throwing up 18-win seasons 4 or 5 times.
Bro,
but
you're 10 years in. No.
It's ridiculous.
It's just a lot of money. But anyway,
Fuck Bauer.
Let's just, the only thing I hope and pray for this year is that when we do go to Atlanta for my bachelor party, both the Mets and the Braves are playing actual meaningful baseball.
Yeah.
That would be
that would be great. If there was like playoff implications on it or something, it would make it that much better. Regardless, can't wait to go. And baseball season is upon it, and I just love it. I love it. I love throwing the game on at night and listening to it.
Every day. I listen to every game every day.
Every game every day. It's a great time.
And I'll just tell you, this is Albert Pujols' last year, so if you happen to ponder across the Angels game, watch it because you're watching the last season of one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Absolute
sure.
legend.
Definitely tune in for that.
Definitely tune in.
But with
and
that,
it's America's Pastime. One last thing. Koozies. I think I talked them out already. They're right here. I love them. They came out great. We're going to get a bunch more. If you want one, holler at us.
Yeah, more importantly, dude, thanks for everybody for DMing 1-1. Really made us feel good. So
bottom line, yeah, and the support's been crazy. Week in and week out, it seems it grows a little bit, which I guess is the goal, but it's just fun.
Wow, I got it on my brain. Jimmy English out there in Ireland. First off, I want you to know I'm James, aka Jimmy. His last name's English, Taylor. So like
small world.
Small.
Very small. And we're both Irish.
Jimmy's in Dublin. We sent him 5 koozies, I think.
We sent him enough for his boys.
Him and his mates, the pup.
Yeah, reckon so.
So hopefully he uses them. But yeah, with that, it's a wrap on episode 21. We'll catch you guys next week. We'll be back again, same time, same place.
Thanks for having me, fellas.
Yes,
Taylor,
sir.
again,
Thanks for
Look
being here,
forward to
brother.
the next time.
Oh, yeah, there will be many more times.
All right. Have a good weekend.
Peace.